Sort of in your case, I mean, the whole country was, while I don't think anybody will dispute that you are good for Indian cricket, there was so much talk, and I was on a debate with Rajdeep Sardesai about whether there was a deal. You met Amit Shah, which fueled speculation, has there been a deal, will you contest elections, etc., etc. But you've also gone to the Supreme Court, according to your AGM, asking for an extension of term. What's happening? I mean, if you have to contest an election, that's 1.5 years down the line, but you asked for an extension for 3 years in the BCCI. Can you tell us what exactly is going on?
I thought I was a cricketer, so I think it's better you ask me questions on cricket.
It is
how BCCI can get better, how Indian cricket can better. Don't ask me what's going to happen in West Bengal 15
No, I'm not asking. I'm saying about you. So are you interested in serving the BCCI for 3 years, if given an opportunity by the Supreme Court?
That's what we have asked for in the court. Because, both Jay and me have 10 months of term. Even Jayesh, who's the Joint Secretary, has 11 months of term. So we have requested on the basis of common sense that, at the end of the day, you need continuity to run the cricket board or cricket or the association or anything, and we have just requested the board to Supreme Court to do that. If they do it, fine. If they don't do it, the term is only for 10 months.
Okay, just to push you a little bit more on this, yes, it is for 10 months at the moment, and you've asked for a three-year thing. There is a section which is critical of this view, saying you are actually turning your back on reforms that were mandated by the Supreme Court, and you're taking the BCCI back to square one. Somebody of your stature, why would you want to do that? Why not serve 10 months, leave a legacy and move on? How do you look at that kind of criticism, saying, why is Sourav Ganguly's BCCI turning everything back and going back to the Supreme Court, saying increase our term?
Just like any other citizen, request the court and tell them what the difficulties are in running an association or running a cricket board. If they accept, fine. If they don't accept, fine. So as a citizen of the country, you can appeal to the court, and that's exactly what we are doing. This appeal has started for last 4 years, and as you know very well, not many things have been amended. The constitution or the reforms has happened a long time ago. It's almost 5 years now, and to be honest, not many things have changed. But at the end of the day, we've gone back to the court a number of times as an appeal, and this is a continuous progress. So it is not right to say that this is the first time the BCCI has, or the Cricket Control Board has gone to the court for reforms. They've gone before as well, and it's just expectation, and also to tell the court that what is practical in running an organization, because I've been in the BCCI working committee for 5 years now, representing the Cricket Association of Bengal, who has a permanent seat in the working committee. And this time when I went to the AGM, there were not one single face who had been there in the last 4 or 5 years. And sometimes you cannot just throw away experience. Experience is required, because you look at the earnings of the BCCI. They earn about 25,000 crores in 5 years. It's a phenomenal amount of revenues which come in. The game has to be run. Your representations to the world body has to be sorted, and to just expect newcomers to come and do it consistently over a period of time, I don't think it's a fair thing. So continuity is important, even in state associations. When you go to actually run state associations, the leadership is very, very important. And you have to find the right kind of people to run all these organizations, because too much of stake is involved in running of these organizations. And if you don't get the right people, then the entire system will come down. You look at the other countries, South Africa. When I came into international cricket in '96, they were probably the best side in the world. And a team which had Pollock, Donald, Callis, Klusner, and you look at this South African team. You've been following the report for the news for the last 2 days. They speak about how the relationship with the administration has fallen off, how the sponsors want to back away because the cricket's not run properly. Even somebody like Graham Smith, who was one of the greatest players, don't want to take up that job because he feels that he will not be allowed to have a free run. So look at West Indies, the 1970s, the 1980s, what a force they were. And I feel one of the main reasons of cricket not doing well in those parts of the world is because of administrative failure. And you don't want to do that in India, because India is the powerhouse of cricket in the world. In terms of finances, look at the team. The best thing which has happened in the last 3 years is in Indian cricket is, in spite of all what has gone on in the courts, the team has performed fantastically. And I think that's where the real strength lies of Indian cricket. And in any form of work, whether it's business, whether it's running the state, running the country, running the board, you need good people to run it and experienced people to run it. So continuity is very important.